All right, so I just applied to my first apartment ever. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, as you can tell from the location, from what I'm wearing. It's just going to be more of a casual, let's chat vlog type. I feel like I have such a long time without doing a vlog or just talking to you guys and maybe venting a little bit. I'm sorry if the camera keeps moving, but it's not in a stable place right now, let's just say. So for those that don't know, I've been on the process of moving out. I've been wanting to move out for the longest. If you guys have been following me for some time, like 2 to 3 years. I've always mentioned it on my channel briefly and said that I always want to move out, and like it just never happens. It hasn't happened. I haven't really made the effort to move out, to be completely honest with you, but I finally made my mind because it was one of my resolutions this year to finally move out. It's just something that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's not like I'm being kicked out. I've lived with my mom all my life. I'm almost 25 and I feel like it's not that I haven't lived, but I really want to experience living alone, or just of that whole adulting responsibility part of my life. I know it's going to be hard, I know, and trust me, just with the little time that I have, it's been quite hard, let me just say. But it's been quite the roller coaster for me in all aspects of the word. Let me just first say, the first obstacle for me was how hard my mom was taking me moving out. So a little backstory, I'm the oldest, I'm the first girl, and I'm Hispanic. That being said, the way that I was raised, or the way that my mom was raised, is that in the Hispanic culture, the girl moves out of the house when she's married. And that has never really been my process. I personally feel that we live in the 21st century. I feel that I live in the United States is not the same as back in DR. And I feel like times are different, and that has kind of been hard on my mom, just accepting that. I already know my mom's going to be seeing this, so it's a little bit embarrassing to talk about it. I don't really like talking about my personal life like that. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I do feel like it's important to say because it has been quite the obstacle for me, seeing her not upset, but sad and not wanting to let her child like leave the nest yet. But there's a point where parents need to learn to let go of their kids and let them learn for themselves, let them go through obstacles and get up again, you know what I mean? I really want to experience that. That being said, that's been my first obstacle for me, and then it goes to the emotional roller coaster of, am I doing the right thing? Should I really be moving out right now? Should I just wait? Am I ever going to find the perfect apartment? Can I afford moving out alone? Because on top of that, I don't want to get a roommate. Since I work from home, I would rather live alone. On top of that, I want to decorate my own way. I don't have to compromise with a roommate or stress if the roommate's going to pay on time and stuff like that. I feel like I wouldn't have the patience, but living in New York City is so expensive, guys. I mean, I'm sure you know. It's even more expensive than living in LA, to be completely honest, so just think about that. On top of that, you get a really small apartment, like a shoebox apartment, old apartment. May I? When I move out, that's one thing I'm not gonna miss. I hope to God I don't live like in a transit area like this one, because it's been a mission and a half. I feel like I got totally sidetracked there. But I've been on the hunt for an apartment since August, and it's currently the end of September, just so you guys can get an image. I really wanted to move by the beginning of September, but it didn't happen. There weren't many apartments out there. All the apartments that I was seeing were really pricey or gone right away. I also didn't have all my paperwork ready, like my income tax, my W-2s. Like, I didn't have all those extra papers ready because I didn't know the things that you needed, basically. I could make a totally separate video on applying for apartments and getting things ready before going in the hunt for an apartment. If you guys want me to do that, I'll probably make a more in-depth video answering some questions. So if you have anything, leave them in the comments below. But I ended up downloading a ton of apps, like all the apps out there for apartments, and I kept searching and I just didn't find anything that I really liked. On top of that, on August, a lot of things happened in my personal life. I ended up having to put the moving out aside and just focus on the personal issues that I was going through. So I decided to just give myself a break. Then September came and it was Fashion Week. I had a bunch of other events going on and I just couldn't focus on it as much as I would have wanted to. So I started searching mid-September, like last week, and I was like, you know what, I'm all in. I'm just going to go to every single open house or every single apartment and just like keep searching. I went to see at least 2 a day, and I just kept making appointments. I kept switching from realtor and just trying out which broker or realtor would work best for me. All right, so before I show you guys the listings and the apartments that I saw, I want to let you guys know my budget. When applying, I really was looking for an apartment either Upper West Side or Upper East Side or Harlem, and then I started to notice how really expensive those are. I've lived in the Bronx almost ever since I moved here. I used to live in Long Island as well, but living in the Bronx, it's more affordable than obviously downtown and even sometimes Brooklyn. I personally don't see myself living in Brooklyn or Queens if it's not like where I would dream to live, which is Upper East Side or Upper West Side. So my budget for a 1-bedroom apartment was $1,300 to $1,800. And then I started to notice that $1,800 was a little bit way too high up there, but just in case I found something that I really loved, I was willing to settle for an $1,800 apartment. So the first apartment that I saw was somewhat remodeled and it was really pretty, but it wasn't in the location that I was looking for. It was really high up and just far away from the city, and I've been looking for an apartment closer to the city. I did like that it was spacious, the bathroom looked nice, the rooms looked nice, it had a lot of closet space. But again, the location was what killed me. Honestly, throughout this whole process, the location was what I stressed the most about, because I wanted something that, even if it was in the Bronx or if it was like Washington Heights or anywhere else that wasn't necessarily where I wanted it to be in a location that would be closer to the city, since I do go to events a lot and my boyfriend lives in downtown. Then I went to see another apartment. Now this one was the one that I fell in love with first. I was so obsessed with it. It was perfect for me. It was a 1-bedroom, but to be completely honest, I'm pretty sure it was a studio and they just made like a wall to divide it. The kitchen was nice, everything, the building was brand new. It had an elevator, it had a laundry, the floors were amazing, the bathroom was nice. The bathroom didn't have any light when I was doing the little tour thing. It also had a lot of closet space, the room was nice, and a lot of natural light came through. But what killed it was the location. That one was close, like really high up to Riverdale, and I don't drive, and the 1 train is honestly one of the worst trains to even transfer or to use it since it's local. I ended up opting out. I was really disappointed because everyone around me that I cared for wasn't happy about it, but I guess it was for a good reason, because then I continued to see more apartments. The next one was a little bit closer to the city, but it was the tiniest 1-bedroom apartment of life. I don't even know how they dare to call this a 1-bedroom, because once you open, it's the kitchen right away, and then a little entryway to the bathroom, to then the small bedroom with only 1 tiny closet. And I was like, you know what, girl, peace out. Next one, not about it. Also, the price of that one was pretty high up there for that small ass space. I then went to see one in Harlem, which I love the location. It was super close, like walking distance to Central Park. You guys already know how much I love Central Park. This one was an open house. I was the first one there, but a lot of people got there right away when they opened the door. There wasn't any electricity going on, that's why it probably looks dark, but right when you walk in, it's the living room. It was really tiny, and then it goes into the kitchen, which really small as well, then the bathroom, which was a decent size for a New York City bathroom, and then the bedroom. But the room was so small, like you could barely fit a full-size bed. There was no way that I could fit my 3 Alex 9 drawers, absolutely no way. And there was only 1 closet that was the tiniest closet ever. So even though it was a really good price and it was in a really good location, I had to just let pass it, because on top of that, the application fee was $150, and I just didn't want to like gamble it all for an apartment that I don't really feel like it's my apartment, you know. So then on Monday I had a viewing of an apartment, and once I called the realtor, he said that it was gone that same day, and I couldn't see that one, but he offered to show me other viewings or other listings. He started off by asking what I was looking for. He said that he had a bunch of listings to show me, but he wanted to know exactly what were my requirements or what were some of the pros and cons that I was willing to either go for or deny, which I absolutely love. Like, he was really getting to know my personality, or just trying to help me in the best way, because honestly, some realtors and brokers don't care about it. They just care about making that fee and that money, and that's it. But this realtor was really great. So we went to see the first one. He asked me if I was willing to go for a studio, which I completely wasn't. I really want a 1-bedroom because I do work from home, so I need the space. I also have a lot of crap, and I want to be able to decorate it nicely and stuff. So I feel like a studio, I would feel way too claustrophobic. So I ended up telling him if it's a spacious studio, I don't mind seeing it. He also just said that he wanted to show it to me just so he could get a picture or an image of what I'm looking for. We go see it. It was in a good location. It was closer to the city-ish, not in the city but closer to the city. So we go up, it's in an elevator. They have a laundry, which is another check. Like for me, elevator and laundry in the building, girl, you don't understand the stress level. I currently live on the 4th floor, no elevator, so just imagine taking your laundry every single day or getting groceries. It's a mission and a half. Anyways, we go check it out and I immediately fall in love, guys. I feel like this is it. This is the apartment for me. I absolutely love this apartment so much. I never thought I would end up liking a studio, but this one I feel like I could totally play around with it, maybe make a division for the room or finesse it in a way that could look like a 1-bedroom. So here are the amazing things about it. It's super spacious. Again, you could totally make it a 1-bedroom if you want to. The walls are really nicely painted into like a light gray. Not my cup of tea. I really wanted white walls, but I feel like the gray looks really sophisticated. It has a massive window, so natural light, it's an A+. The kitchen was super spacious, has great storage. It also has a balcony. Like, what? I was definitely not looking for an apartment with a balcony, but hey, that's amazing. And then to me, the realtor wasn't selling it as a walk-in closet, but I'm going to make it my walk-in closet because it has like a little space where you could put either storage. I feel like if I would get the apartment, I would put my shoe shelves there. In front it has a closet, and then the bathroom, which I really liked as well. So I'm super obsessed with this one. I'm just so nervous though. I've honestly been with the crazy anxiety ever because I've heard so many stories of people having to apply to multiple apartments to then get approved, and this one is my first one. The application fee was $100, so I really hope I don't lose those $100. But yeah, I applied to my first apartment ever. I'm waiting for an answer. Once I get the answer, I'll film that later, but for now we'll just have to wait. All right, so it's the next day. My broker just called and told me that I got the apartment. Oh my god, wow. I don't know what to say. I'm so over the moon, excited, nervous, scared. I'm out of words. I can't believe that I got it in the first try and it being my first apartment that I ever applied to. Oh my god, it's so surreal. It's so crazy to me. I don't even know what to say, but I have to start packing because I'm moving in a few days basically. Therefore, expect a lot of moving videos, a lot of apartment videos. I'll be definitely making another video a little bit more informative and more in-depth about moving. So if you have any questions or topics that you want me to talk about in that video, leave them in the comments below. But aside from that, I am so happy. Again, I love you guys and see you next time. Bye.